culture is cool, and I enjoy the way it sounds.
What
So
do you think of Putin?
I would prefer not to comment on that, Ted.
What have you guys been doing to like make the time pass by during this quarantine? What do you guys
learning Russian?
You've been
I've
learning Russian?
I learned the Cyrillic alphabet just for the hell of
Really?
it. Yeah. Well, I here's the thing. I've played a lot of games that are like Russian themed.
Oh, true.
For whatever reason, it just something about communism is just really intriguing to me. Not alluring, but just intriguing. You know?
No, you're
The
loyal
whole
to capitalism.
culture.
We know that.
Oh, of course.
And then after that, you guys went to LA for a bit, yeah? How was that?
We did.
Hmm.
We got
Yeah, I came over for a while. We were chilling in the classic Misfits Hollywood Hills house that they rent every time they're over there.
Mhm.
And I think we basically did nothing the whole week.
It teaches you all the letters first, and it has a bunch of videos where they went around Russia and had local people like say different phrases and stuff.
Oh,
And,
that's sick.
yeah, it's
that's
really
dope.
cool. It's a good time. And so I've been making some flashcards, and
So how
And I'm
would
learning,
you
you know?
pronounce bonk now?
it's a Volk, because
What?
B makes a V sound.
Hmm.
O, and then the squiggly thing. I don't know what any of them are called, but I know this generally the sounds they make.
Schlatt, what would you if you were to invent a skateboard trick, what would that trick be? And
Oh,
if I hear
it would
anything
be
about
called-
deals in business,
It would be called the Easter Sunday, Ted.
Hmm.
you
Or-
can't just take
or-
a Sunday. You can't just
What do
add
you
a
mean?
like. No, I don't
do you
really
mean
know
I
what I
can't?
mean.
Exactly. That's right. Listen what the Easter Sunday is. All
Okay.
right. So you're on grandma, right?
I feel
It reminds me of the Italian comfort food we ate in Melbourne. That Travis ordered mac and cheese at this Italian place, and they served them rice with melted cheese on top. Like they took a Kraft single
That's
and just drizzled it. It was awful.
funny.
So if it's anything like that, I feel for you.
The Mormon temples already look like spaceships, dude. The one in Washington D.C. looks something straight out of a sci-fi film. Like it's really like confusing and weird. Yeah.
The ones
It's
I've
kind of
seen
incredible.
Look
Look up Mormon temples.
the ones I've
It looks
seen
like some
look
sort of like
uh,
psychedelic art. Yeah.
They look
Yeah.
like Disney castles. The ones I've seen.
I mean, you got to give them some credit. It's pretty impressive that like they didn't really have too much time to get that going, that religion going, and they're already they're going pretty strong.
Yeah,
hung
well,
out with
we were looking.
people.
I mean, the point of the trip, for me at least, was to find some houses that we could potentially set up shop in.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Which didn't really happen
It didn't
at all
go,
because
yeah.
of the way that the Misfits operate.
Yeah.
But we have an idea. We visited one house, and we have a general idea of what we're looking for now.
I know what a
And
house
so we'll
is
be-
now that I've been in one.
I know what a house
and
is.
so I
mean,
know what I'm
I
looking
know
for.
I don't want it to be too tall.
Yeah.
Too many rooms, no good.
Too tall
Um,
or too thin.
Right. And so, we're hoping that Lunch Club has a bit of a communal space.
Yeah.
By the end of the year is
Would be
a
cool.
very realistic goal. Hopefully
Mhm.
sooner.
Yeah, that's the big move, is just getting a place where we can all live in a area and then go to a house and
Yeah.
film stuff.
One of my cousins texted me not too long ago. It was the first text he ever sent me, and he said, "Don't tell anybody, but I found a video with you in it." And I said, "You did?" And this kid's he's 8 or 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And it was one of Carson's. It was a video where we trapped an Enderman in a boat, and I guess he stumbled upon it somehow, and then the cat was out of the bag.
Oh,
The
Because
whole
I
family
like
knows.
to keep it. I like to keep it separate from my life, at least because of the reasons we talked about.
mhm.
It's all once everybody in the family knows that this is what you do. It's all any family get-togethers are about.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Ted, we all enjoy things that we all enjoy, and part of my interest set is vintage sweatshirts.
I feel like you brought that up as merely a distraction from the main issue.
Who are
here.
you to say, Ted, that I can't be interested in vintage sweatshirts?
I'm not saying you can't be. I'm just looking for a purpose,
for you to say that
reason.
A purpose, so I can wear them on the podcast. I mean, I look quite good right now, Ted, I think.
You went on eBay and you said, man, I need a good podcast wear. And you saw a Operation Desert Storm. And okay, jschlatt just saluted.
There's something I've learned. If you really want to exude confidence and be able to speak and present yourself in the way you want to, you need to be confident in the way you appear first. So even if no one saw that I was wearing my Operation Desert Firestorm crew neck sweatshirt, I'd still feel good in it. And so I'd still be able to perform in this podcast the way I'd like to.
There's a lot.
Were you in Boston recently? And,
you could say.
Had some experiences that...
You could say I've been to Boston a couple of times in the past 2 weeks, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
Something left a bad taste in your mouth?
The vomit left a bad taste in my mouth the first time.
So what the happened?
And then the second time, the string cheese left a bad taste in my mouth.
jschlatt, you been doing any grilling? You seem like a kind of a grilling man right there.
No, I haven't been grilling anything, Ted. I've kind of just been marinating. I'm the only thing that's been cooking down here.
Yeah, you're looking marinated.
I'm not really doing much of anything, Ted.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not the same alphabet, you have to learn different sounds and shit. And I was on Duolingo for a while, and Duolingo basically is like, here's Russian and here's what it sounds like, and they'll give it to you in like an entire sentence. And I'm like, this isn't very helpful. So I went on online to see if there was a better program. And
does Duolingo even work? Is that
I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like it's
never
wildly
used it to learn anything. Until because that's like the first thing you think of, I guess. So I decided, hey, if I'm interested in doing this, I might as well give it a shot. And I realized that it doesn't, at least for what I was trying to do, which was actually learn what each individual letter makes first, because I feel like that's the way you typically would go about doing it, then Duolingo just doesn't really teach you. And you're on grandma, okay?
Grandma,
you're rolling on grandma. You got 2 feet on her.
Okay.
She's going fast.
She's going fast. She's going strong.
She's on all fours. All right.
Oh yeah, like they
Grandma's
did in the 40s.
On all fours. You kick,
the f is quarantine done to you, man?
You kick grandma into high gear.
Okay.
And she flies several feet into the air.
Okay, sure.
And then grandma finds a railing.
Yeah.
Grandma finds a railing.
She probably grabs onto that railing with all her might.
And grandma grabs onto the railing with all her might. And also now your knees are on grandma.
Factory.
This is how the Mongols used to do it, right? They'd build giant trebuchets and toss bodies into the towns, into strongholds, right?
So we do the same
and
in
the
reverse.
bodies would, yeah.
Now your knees are on grandma, and you pull what I call the 90-10.
I like where your head's at. I like where
you
your head's
at.
You
pull the 90-10.
Sure.
And then you say the entire Nicene Creed while you're going down the rail.
How long of a rail are we talking here?
As long as it depends how
too, yeah.
depends
are you
how
telling
good
me
of
that
an
the
orator
rail
you
changes based on how much longer you need in the trick? How much longer you have?
I'm saying you better. I mean, you better be able to talk pretty fast if you're picking a short railing.
Holy shit,
dude! We're
what you
in trying times. I mean, look, it's very obvious money won't matter. But in the off chance that it does, why not throw all of it into like an ETF or a mutual fund, like right this second,
or a big fire,
just buy the dip,
or a big fire,
fire.
A bonfire
energy
with the
company
boys.
shuts off everything, all the utilities,
6 feet apart in every direction.
It's flammable. It's cloth.
Little boy drop his ice cream cone to run beyond his mother's corpse. I saw